Meanwhile, Republicans continue to go after Liz Cheney. No surprise there. Republican Senator Ted Cruz going after Cheney for her opposition to former President Donald Trump. Cheney, though, continues to fire back. Here are Cruz's comments from Tuesday, followed by Cheney's response yesterday.
I think she falls into the category of people who Donald Trump just broke, just shattered. And she is, you and I are both old enough to have played pinball games. She is on tilt. I love them. She hates Donald Trump so much that it just has, it has overridden everything in her system. Senator. She's lashing out at Trump, Senator. At Republicans, at everything, and she's become a Democrat. And it's sad to watch what has happened. It is Trump derangement syndrome.
I think that Trump broke Ted Cruz. Ted used to say he was a constitutional conservative, but now he is like so desperate for political approval that he will even advocate, suggest secession. And I think that a real man would be defending his wife and his father and the Constitution.
So, Joe, we know that Ted Cruz says whatever needs to be said to the person in front of him to please him. But, my gosh, Ted Cruz, of all people, if you want to talk about being broken by Donald Trump, obviously he had horrible things to say about Donald Trump during the campaign. Donald Trump insulted his wife, accused his father of being in on the assassination of JFK, and now he rallies to Donald Trump's defense whenever he gets the chance.
Well, and the thing is, right, here's the deal. I've talked about this for a while. When we're kids, we stick our hands on the hot stove one time. Ow. Then you don't keep doing it. Ted...
Scott like a
he keeps going
like
after Liz Cheney.
From all the burns.
Just move along, walk past the hot stove, because
can't help it.
She's going to talk about Ted not being a real man for not standing up for his wife. And I mean, my God, I mean, and she said he's not a real man for not standing up for his daddy. It's hard for me to believe Elizabeth he's from Texas, because I can tell you most men I know in Texas, if you insult their wife and their daddy, I know Texas.
This is why
they don't put up with that, and Liz understands because she's from Wyoming. Because here's the funny thing: in Wyoming, they don't take kindly to people accusing their daddy of murder or calling their wife ugly. But here's poor Ted.
Right.
He's just gone right along with it, and thanks to Liz Cheney, we're reminded of that once again.
They underestimate her. You know, she doesn't take anything from those guys. And she responds. It was a fabulous response, you know, and questioning his manhood. And she's right. I mean, as Willie pointed out, shall we not forget the things that Ted Cruz said about Donald Trump during the primaries?
Right.
And it's like it's amnesia. And he's now he's doing what he has to do.
Well, it's what John Heilemann always would say about Donald Trump. Everything he says, Michael, is either projection or confession. And that's exactly what was happening in that interview, because, you know, I will say Liz Cheney, people like me, you know, we look back at the Republican Party. You know, you don't see me like crying on this show going, I was wrong about deficits. I was wrong about... No, I am who I am. Yep. I hope I'm maturing and growing in areas where I had blind spots, but I am who I am. Liz Cheney, she is who she is. Check the record, 95. I said yesterday, she had a lifetime 95% ACU rating. I had a 95% ACU rating. I've changed here and there a little bit, just like everybody does. But Ted Cruz sold his soul to a failed game show host. Yep. And he's the one who was bobbing around like a pinball machine, like... Donald Trump is horrible, the most horrible human being ever. He's trash. How dare he say that about my wife? How dare he accuse my dad of assassinating JFK? And then Donald Trump gets power, and suddenly, bing, 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 bing. Well, the pinball machine just keeps on going for Ted. Liz is the same, but she's always been.
Yeah, she is, and that's why what you see from the supposed right, these conservatives coming after her.
So what do we call them? Because they're not conservative.
They're not conservative. They're not Republicans. They're Trumpists. The reality of it is there are two aspects of what she said, I think, kind of sums up and the whole thing. One, Donald Trump broke Ted Cruz.
Yeah, he did.
And you can just, after broke, fill in any number of names of Republicans from leadership to whatever, right? And two, to the back end point, she made it very clear that a real man would defend his wife. A real man would honor his father and defend his father.
Of course.
A real man would defend the Constitution. If Ted Cruz wants to continue to play this game with her, he will lose. Because here's the point. If Liz and Adam and so many others are so insignificant, why the hell do you keep talking about them?
Well, exactly.
Why do you keep responding and engaging with them?
Right.
I mean, if Liz, you stripped her of her power, you sicked the state party on her back at home. You're going to primary. What are you worried about?
Yeah.
Well, clearly you must be worried about something, and that is of if you're going to measure the men in the room against the one woman. Well,
I don't. Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.